Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So today I'm going to be looking at this archives website because what they're doing is they're actually archiving a lot of the old games, a lot of the old, well, not just old games, but old handheld games. Um, and I've kind of stumbled upon this a little while ago. I saw a few other YouTube videos where people were playing these games or they were checking the site out, and so I thought, I got to check it out myself, and I was quite impressed. And what they're doing is they're trying to preserve a lot of the history behind the old handheld games. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, not just like the Game Boy, but I mean the ones that were like one-off games, like the Tiger Electronics or the Nintendo Game and Watch games, like the little tiny Game and Watch games, where all you had was that one game on there, and that was it. And I've done a video on this a long time ago on my collection of handheld games. But I didn't have a lot of the ones that I always wanted, like the old Coleco tabletop games, which kind of look like miniature arcades, and they were on the arcade classics like Donkey Kong, Cubert, Pac-Man, um, Frogger. You can get those today. You can find them on eBay, but they're not cheap. And I noticed here, obviously, this is I'm filming this at the end of the year, and it looks like they're looking for donations to keep this site alive. So they probably don't make a whole lot of money doing this. This is more of a, trying to archive things, trying to keep things up there. It's just like the library systems and all that stuff. Not a lot of funding goes into it, so this would be the same kind of idea, is that you can kind of see, like, they're looking for donations. They want people to fund this because they want, people that actually have a passion for this stuff to keep it around. Because that's always one of the fears when it comes to things like retro, anything, is that they're going to disappear. One day they're going to disappear. One day our old systems are going to stop working. I think about it all the time. Like, I still have my Intellivision. I have a ColecoVision, which is slowly starting to fail on me. I have, my original Nintendo, my original PlayStation. I'm like, how long is this thing going to exist? How long is it going to keep working? And I always kind of have that fear. So let's just take a look at what we got here. So we got, this one kind of struck me weird. Tamagotchi. We got a Tamagotchi in there. Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, these Tiger games, if you're in my age bracket, or maybe a little bit younger even, you probably remember a ton of these Tiger electronic games that came out. And so they seem to have captured a lot of them. Obviously, they're kind of rebuilding them to work and function the way you remember them. Like this one, I've never even heard of. There was an MC Hammer game. That's crazy. So we got the Speak and Spell. You can even play the Speak and Spell if you remember that. And Pac-Man and Simon Says, Contra, which was in this really big body. I have the Ninja Turtle one of this one. Kind of neat. Thief in the Garden. So, Merlin, the Electronic Wizard. So you can see there's a ton of them. There's even the Frogger, Coleco one. Garfield. Lots of these ones I've never even heard of. So what I wanted to do was kind of play one that I always wanted to play, and that was the Donkey Kong on Coleco. I've always wanted this one. I mean, I'm a Donkey Kong fan. If you've been watching my show on a regular basis, I've done a lot of Donkey Kong content, Donkey Kong Jr., and so I always knew that this thing existed. I just never had one. So let's click on it. Because what this site does is it actually allows you to play these games. So looking at it, I mean, yeah, that's quite crude. You got the little red lines there that are simulating the girders. The white lines are your staircase. They don't look like stairs. It looks kind of like elevators. You got the broken ones there, which is cool. And of course, it gives you all the information below. So it's like publication date 1982. So anybody my age probably remembers 82, but not as much. And then you got some reviews in here, which is neat. People can throw in their little 2 cents about it. So I'm going to start this. I believe what I have to do is I have to hit the control key, which is the jump, and it says you there, keys, movement, arrow keys. You use your arrow keys. I've heard there's a way. I was reading on this, and some kind of way that you can actually configure a joystick to work with this, but I couldn't figure it out. So I'm going to use the arrow keys. I mean, it's a simple Game and Watch style game. It's not really, complex anyways. So let's give this a try. Oh, that's pretty cool. Almost sounded like the Donkey Kong team. So there's our Mario there at the bottom. I guess that's supposed to simulate the barrel, but or the thing at the beginning, but it just killed me for some reason. I'm gonna move. You can see there's two movements on this guy. We're gonna go up. So every time I need to move, I have to like push the button, or else he won't move. You can't just hold it down. I don't think. Oh no, you can. I lied. Here we go. Okay. So jumping. Okay. Gonna jump the barrels. Now that was weird. I grabbed the hammer, but I still got killed. I wonder what that's all about. I like how the sound is kind of mimicking the old Donkey Kong game. At least it's trying to, anyways. As best as it can. I'm gonna go this way this time. Now the thing is, it looks like the jumping is really strange. Because you either just jump up, or you jump up and over. Okay. So I gotta hold down the key to jump over. It makes it really choppy. But you gotta think of this as this was like an LCD type of game. Just like your Tiger electronic handhelds. I mean, this game is not perfect by any means. And of course, the level, I don't think it's gonna change. I think it's just gonna be the first board. Donkey Kong looks kind of funny up there too. It's just this purple looking dude. It's actually quite tough. I don't know if it's just because it's an emulation. Maybe it would be easier playing this on a real system, like the actual Coleco tabletop, if you still have one that works anyways. Wow. The reaction time too is crazy. Like, I see the thing coming at me and I hit the button. It doesn't want to move. I'm kind of surprised at the sound effects. It's kind of neat. I mean, you have to keep in mind, this was 1982, right? I don't know, something just killed me there. What killed me? This is 1982 for, you know, obviously something of you know, today. See if I can actually get up to the top and, didn't make it. I even remember, like, watching, I think it was National Lampoon's Vacation, when they're driving in the car. Oh, I finally jumped over a barrel. There's a scene where you can see, I think it's the Pac-Man one, in the back seat. And then there's another scene in the, where was it? Where they go to, Cousin Eddie's house, and Russ is sitting on the bed with his cousin, and he's got the, which I think is the Pac-Man one. He's like playing it. I guess he got bored of it, because like how many hours of entertainment are you gonna get out of something like this? Oh, I made it up to the top. I doubt it's going to have any kind of changing of the stage. Probably always going to be the same. Well, now we got the barrels that are actually moving. But yeah, I always thought that was cool, watching that scene, you know, where you could actually see Russ with a classic Coleco arcade thing. Now they are kind of making newer ones of these. There is a company out there making newer ones of these. I'm sure my buddy Glenn from Glenn's Retro Show probably knows more about it than I do. He's pretty up to date on these handheld things. Yeah, that was bad. It's actually pretty cool though. I mean, just like I've never played this before, so it's kind of neat that I could actually try it out on a browser. I don't know what the hammer does because it seemed like last time I got it, it killed me. I don't know why it won't let me up any further though. It's kind of weird. Could be glitchy too. You never know. These are just emulation. They're just trying to give you the experience. But anyways, yeah. I mean that's pretty cool. Like I kind of want to explore more. I want to see if I could play some more of these games and try them out. Maybe I can find some that I actually own and see how I compare it. Like I actually have this Karnov one. I never knew there was a Back to the Future one. Now I'm intrigued. But yeah, there's so many great things that they've archived. And you know, if you're into the old retro gaming, if you're into the old handhelds, maybe you had some of these when you were a kid. Maybe you always wanted to try it again, or you've always wished you could play it but never had one. I think it's kind of cool. Anyways, I'm going to leave the link down below if you want to check it out. And thanks for watching. Hope you like this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What were your favorite handhelds back in the day? Do you even still pull them out and play them? I'd love to hear that. And hope you subscribe to my channel. Talk to you later.